Hi there, welcome to the Morning Shred brought to you by Snowboards.net. I'm Jenna, I've got Levi from Burton here, and we've got the Burton Rampant boot. So Levi, this boot looks a little beat up. Is that because it's your own?
It is indeed. This boot's seen 110 days of riding and it's still holding in there perfectly. This is my personal boot because it's one of my favorites in the line. This is a new boot for us this year and has some really cool tech to talk about. This thing is super light. One of my favorite features on it though is right here on the side we've got what we call crossbone technology coming out. And what it is a carbon rod on the outside of your foot.
Okay.
And then there's actually an articulating cuff on the inside. So when this boot is flexed, it actually has flex inward, but then that support on the outside. So it's kind of like having a winged high back, but for your boots. So you're able to really lean into some presses and get the support on the outside of your foot and have the flexibility wherever you want it, tweaking in to do some grabs and whatnot. Also a great feature on this boot, rather than having the liner laces attached to the liner, they're actually attached to the shell. So when you tighten this liner lace down, it actually links your liner into that shell, gives you a lot of heel hold in there. And then moving over to the liner, there's actually little pads on here we call rad pads to distribute that liner lace pressure. So
it's not digging right into that part of your leg, right?
Yep, this is called the Flex Liner 2. There's another cool feature on here where we actually cut a V out of the top of this rather than coming straight across. And basically what that does is allows it for the liner to really cup around your leg as you're leaning to the outsides of it rather than creating a pressure point, so you don't get any bruises at the tops of your ankles or anything like that. Another cool feature on this boot, just making it super light, is going to be the Dynalite EST outsole to this thing. Basically it reduces weight huge amounts. This thing is one of the lightest boots in our entire line. So
Very nice. And how's that work with, the channel boards and the EST bindings and all that? Because it
Yep.
gives you a little more feel, right?
Definitely. With it being a nice light EVA material, it's actually got a lot of flexibility to it. So when you pair this with a channel board with an EST binding, the three come together in a great harmony, you could say. Basically that binding is going to give you more board feel, and then you're actually going to be able to feel it through your sole here as the sole flexes. So it's kind of like skateboarding with a vulcanized sole. Basically you get a better feel for what's going on rather than just having a clunky sole underneath your foot. So,
And like you said, super lightweight boot as well. What type of riding do you like doing in this boot the most?
Definitely is going to be more of a park style boot.
Okay.
Definitely has a great flexibility inwards and that support for both presses and more all mountain riding, but yeah, definitely geared more towards your freestyle rider.
Okay.
Great in train parks, great off jumps as well. So
Cool. Well, there you have it. That's the Burton Rampant. Awesome boot for your park rider looking for a couple really cool new features from Burton. Check it out on snowboards.net. Thanks for watching the Morning Shred.